Enough Mandalorian blood has been spilled by your own hands. Mandalorians are stronger together. Din Djarin took the creed and chose to walk the way, just as our ancestors did. He is every bit the Mandalorian that they were.
The ruler of Mandalore must possess the dark saber.
Then she shall have.
First, that's a light cruiser, and second, it's not Imperial. Look at the markings. See those, my friend, are Mandalorian privateers. They're our welcome guests. Come.
Welcome, fellow Mandalorians. We invite you to make camp. Let us prepare a feast for our guests.
Mandalorians, it is time to retake our homeworld. Even though the planet is not cursed, there are still dangers. I need volunteers from both tribes.
I will go. Grogu as well.
I will go.
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 I will go as well.
Today, we're breaking down the core tenets of Mandalorian culture: loyalty, family, honor, and duty, and how these values actually play out in a galaxy filled with chaos, betrayal, and endless wars. Let's start with loyalty. For Mandalorians, loyalty isn't just about swearing allegiance to a leader. It's about a bond that transcends personal gain. Din Djarin is the perfect modern example. When he first accepts the job to deliver the asset, Grogu, he sees it as just another bounty, a paycheck. But when he realizes what the Imperials intend to do with the child, his loyalty shifts. Suddenly, he's not just a mercenary, he's a protector. That single choice transforms his life. And this theme isn't new. Going back to Legends, Mandalorian loyalty was famously described in Karen Travis's Republic Commando novels. Mandalorians stood by each other like family, even welcoming outsiders into their ranks. The saying went, Aliat Orisha Taladin, family is more than blood. In other words, loyalty defines family, not genetics. But loyalty can also create conflict. Take Bo-Katan cries. Her loyalty to Mandalore itself sometimes clashes with her loyalty to individuals. She allied with Darth Maul to defeat Death Watch leadership, only to later reject his rule when it became clear he was using Mandalore for his own ends. Her story shows how Mandalorians wrestle with the gray areas, when loyalty to one cause may betray another. Now let's talk about family. For Mandalorians, the word family doesn't always mean biological parents and children. Instead, it's the clan, the tribe, the covert. Din Djarin is once again our anchor. He was a foundling rescued by Mandalorians during the Clone Wars. His biological parents were gone, but the tribe raised him as one of their own. That's why he feels such a deep connection to Grogu, because he sees himself reflected in the child. When he takes Grogu under his wing, he's continuing that same cycle. This practice of adopting foundlings is one of the most unique elements of Mandalorian culture. It's both practical and symbolic. On a practical level, Mandalorians often suffered huge losses in war, so adoption helped rebuild numbers. But on a symbolic level, it reinforced the belief that Mandalorian identity is earned, not inherited. You could be born anywhere, but if you follow the creed, you are Mandalorian. Even in the animated series Rebels, we see this through Sabine Wren. Her biological family is still around, but her real family becomes the Ghost Crew. Ezra, Hera, Zeb, and Kanan, they embody the Mandalorian understanding of Elliot. And here's where it gets interesting. Family isn't always harmonious. Sabine struggles when her family sides with the Empire. Din faces conflict with his covert when he breaks the creed by removing his helmet. Family gives strength, but it also challenges loyalty, forcing Mandalorians to constantly redefine what Elliot really means. Next up, honor. This one might sound old-fashioned, but for Mandalorians, it's central. Honor is the glue that binds loyalty and family into something larger than themselves. The most obvious symbol of honor? The Darksaber. The Darksaber, forged by Tari Vizsla, the first Mandalorian Jedi, the blade isn't just a weapon, it's a test of worthiness. Whoever wields it has a claim to rule Mandalore, but only if they win it in combat. That rule exists because honor demands it. You can't just accept the blade as a gift. Bo-Katan learned this the hard way when she accepted it from Sabine. Many Mandalorians refused to follow her afterward because honor wasn't satisfied. But honor isn't just about leadership, it's about personal conduct. Din lives by this. Even when bounty hunting, he follows a code. He refuses to break promises, even if it costs him dearly. Think of the episode in The Mandalorian Season 1, where he helps defend the village from raiders. There's no huge payout, but protecting innocence aligns with his sense of honor. Contrast this with characters who abandon honor. Pre Vizsla, leader of Death Watch, claimed to fight for Mandalorian tradition, but his actions, alliances with the Separatists and terrorists showed his hunger for power outweighed true honor. It's a recurring lesson in Mandalorian history. Dishonor corrodes unity, while honor, though costly, sustains the way. Finally, we reach duty. Duty is the hardest part of the Mandalorian code because it never ends. For Din, duty takes the form of protecting Grogu. Even after completing his contract, even after facing exile from his covert, he cannot abandon the child. That's duty. It persists when convenience and profit say otherwise. In broader Mandalorian history, duty often meant serving as mercenaries. Entire clans hired themselves out as soldiers for galactic conflicts. But here's the twist. What outsiders saw as mercenary work, Mandalorians saw as fulfilling duty to clan survival. Fighting was their way of life. There's also the spiritual layer. This is the way. That phrase embodies duty. It's both a mantra and a reminder. It means sacrifice. It means putting the creed above personal comfort. And sometimes, it means suffering for it. Din loses his covert. Bo-Katan loses her planet. Sabine loses her family ties. But through it all, duty gives them meaning. So, when you strip away the helmet, what do you find? Loyalty that binds warriors together. Family that transcends blood. Honor that defines their worth. And duty that keeps them walking forward no matter the cost. The Mandalorian code isn't perfect. It clashes with reality. It causes inner turmoil, and it sometimes drives people apart. But it's precisely that tension which makes it so powerful. It asks a question every Mandalorian has to answer for themselves. What does it mean to walk the way? And maybe that's why this culture resonates with us so much as fans. In a galaxy of shifting allegiances and endless wars, the code offers clarity. It's not about blasters or jetpacks. It's about living with conviction. So the next time you hear Din Djarin whisper, "This is the way," remember, those aren't just words. They're a promise.